hide here. The Loki is banned on the side of 100 Thieves. They play that very well. And there's the initiation. Great shield. Out goes the dance. Doesn't find value. It does not. Molan got to reset. Find his way out. Terra with a ton of damage. Ready with an ultimate 2. Walking in. Just gonna drop and doesn't find value. He down goes 3 as TTK takes out Terra as well.
Yeah, I mean, 100 Thieves not skipping a step right now, Ship. They look amazing. 94% of the board. Portal also not going to come in time, but they will have somebody touch maybe. And no, nobody even swapped to the Doctor Strange. They're just going to go to the next round, and 100 Thieves win round number 1.
100 Thieves, the hit scan warriors right now looking terrifying. You see the Endsong Inferno coming in for Phoenix. So, for those who don't know, burns all shields that are popped and all cooldowns, out there, and they immediately follow.
And oh no, what even happened there? Because earlier on, Gombe swapped over the Doctor Strange, got picked off by Delena, who went far deep into the spawn, but this is going to be an overtime fight now as OUG in control of the objective.
Molan, that was a Molan diff, if I'm being honest. Delena tried to push up, got picked, tried to ult, and still got picked while wasting ult, so that is tough to see. If you're looking for 100 Thieves here, Molan going to pop that all into the back line. We will see the dance floor out to keep the team healthy from Millennia. Harvey now has a visible boundary to hold on, so Strategist ults will keep them alive for now. There is some movement with the Phoenix up. It does not find value, so 100 Thieves now up in ults. Will they be able to take this great movement, great kiting, which we talked about yesterday? Again, invisible boundary up, and they are seeing the meteor gets deflected! Back Terra! Gonna find Molan! Wow! Vinny! Well done! Beautiful! Reflect there as they hold on. Svaldo finds Millennia. Headlot onto Harvey. It is not done yet. 100 Thieves needs to use these ults successfully. They're gonna hold on with Cap. The freedom charge. Oh, T's ticking. You gotta make sure you're on the point. They're back. They're still holding on as Taro Cookie now is looking for an angle. Xiao is gonna find Delena, and that could be enough here for the win on OUG. They gotta make a play now. TTK playing around the shield, dancing, buying time, but it's not gonna be enough as OUG makes this 1-1.
1-1 indeed, but now we go over to the next round, Shib, on Krakoa, which will be Carousel. And I think the reason why 100 Thieves lost that map is because of the fact that Loki is so strong on that round.
There's that shield break as Headlock finds Millennia again with that combination. Molan onto Vinny, so difficult to handle. TTK goes down. Now they're just trying to stall with this invisible boundary, staying on point, but they find him. Delena still finds value, though. Will that be enough for the portal to come back and retake this point? That would be wild. It's definitely on the card. You got to make sure you touch here with OT so the portal comes through. Will it happen? There's the touch there by Harvey, and that KO could be detrimental. They do come in heavy. Harvey, insane play to stay healthy there in that fight. Up go the crystals. The dunk lands, but not enough. Do a fair amount of damage as out goes Cap immediately here for the side of Ganbei. Anybody's fight at this point. Sval with some good positioning. Out goes the invisible boundary now. Ult's being used across the board. TTK Terra, who gets the first pick? Molan does. That's going to be a nice setting of pace. Will they be able to follow up? They've got to stay on point, and they are. I don't know how this is happening. Harvey goes down, and that could be the swan song for map 1 as Ganbei. Taro finds Terra. Molan onto Millennia. We're almost rhyming here as the first game goes to OUG.
Few things towards the end there, Ship, as that first game, like you said, goes to China and OUG, and obviously they have the crowd backing them. Few things, man. They swapped over Vinny to the Rocket Raccoon last second as well when they came to the portal for the res. A lot of people like to play it like kind of like Adam Warlock res, almost like a pseudo comeback with the BRB as that.
And we begin again. The portal is there. Out goes the invisible boundary. The dance floor is matched. And they see the Phoenix land in. Doesn't seem like it gets too much as Vinny cleans up Svaldo, though. May have been a nice combination as we see Delena. Terra. Zhao falls. Terra again onto Headlot. Well played again with this Phoenix. That melee on Phoenix we discussed last time. Incredibly impactful. And you can actually animation again from Headlot onto Millennia. Just an absolute savage. Always finding that combo. Out we go with the eye. It does land on a few, but can they follow up? I don't see much now as Vinny is going to pop that cap, and we will see them press forward. Sval's going to find TTK, though. Numbers up in the advantage of OUG now with a spawn advantage. It's all about getting back here. Unfortunately, having that cap out, or that Strange out, needs to portal back. Already had used it, I believe, so they will have to force the walk. Delena, though, onto Svald. Is that going to be enough to give them this point? Delena with a second, and that is huge. Delena showing up in this moment. That should give them the opportunity, but remember, the res is much closer here for the side of OUG as the fight proceeds. Crystals get popped. Delena with 4 now, just shoving this in on their own, saying, if it I am gonna do this by myself. Make that 5 as they do get point 2.
That's exactly what Delena needed to do, Shib. I mean, that was phenomenal play from him.
Yeah, TTK onto Milan. Sval going to take Delena, though. Once again, 5v5. What a trade fest here as they just want to get to point 3 and ensure that it's an OT game, if anything. And they are playing very smart. At this point, I believe Strange, should have that teleport back if TTK falls early. Headlock finding Terra, though, and that's not who you want to fall early in this fight. At this point, it's looking like it will go OUG up in numbers.
Yep.
And that should be another pick, yes, as Milan finds TTK. Ganbei onto Millennia. Zhao and Headlock shut him down before point 3.
And it was absolutely over as soon as Delena gets picked towards the very end. I mean, he was going aggressive with the Dance of the Butterflies, and unfortunately, when you use both cooldowns, right, both dashes to get into the back line.
And we will see a ton of Qs being popped here for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, absolutely in a moment once they do get that TTK portal up. 1 tick on the board, but fantastic ultimate from Taro. Zhao also with the copy is available, ready to come back through with the invisible boundary. 3, 2, 1. Here comes 100 Thieves.
Yeah, and it was quick enough. We have this eye ready for TTK, potentially trying to push through the invisible boundary with it. Delena holding on in the sky. Remember, you are invulnerable in that moment.
They didn't touch,
Shields
though.
get popped. Oh, goodness, they did. And that is massive for the beginning of this fight. We're going to see everybody use their Qs, but Harvey had ultimate, and that is the downside. We're going to see Vinny now trying to stall for as long as possible, trying to get Harvey back. Taro with the last stand could be game winning. Will it have value? But no! Millennia goes down, no strategist left. It's all about holding on with Cap, and that may not be enough as Milan now finds Delena, and that should be it for this point. Can they keep holding? I'm not sure. The last stand is out. It does get matched there, and it is not enough as OUG should be taking this point, but I've been saying that so much because it's so back and forth. TTK onto the back line, onto the strategist. Will they be able to stop it? No. Millennia finds Milan, though, and it's still holding on with an eye. Right back from Taro, who's now copying. Oh, jeez, with that back and forth eye. It is anyone's game, but I do think still OUG is winning this.
Absolutely right now. Copy comes back out through Zhao Zhang holding on to the ultimate headlock, able to take down Vinny, who is now on to the Wolverine of all things to come back through as Terra swapped over to that Dr. Strange. So this is a long fight indeed, but eventually 100 Thieves will lose it at the end of the day. You know, 1 minute 30 seconds left to go in the streets phase, or in the third phase of the map, but regardless, that was so smart. There's a few things there, Ship, that happened in that last fight. The sort of
the freedom charge. Milan commits. Fall does. Milan finds Delena. Is this going to be it? Ganbei now with the cap charge is going to keep the team up. Terra trying to stay up. Taro is going to find Terra. And now things are dangerous again for 100 Thieves as we are only meters away from losing the second map. Will it end now? Cap dance, the cap shuffle. And now we have the eternal bond. They're still holding on. Can the team get back here? Terra is now going to be on Iron Fist, who he can play very incredibly strong with the pseudo tank potential. Tackle goes up. Vinny with a...
Oh! Are you kidding me? They didn't touch! They didn't touch! China lost the map!
I think the tackle off from the Cap?
Yeah.
I think they played it only on Cap, and Cap got tackled off. And that is...
I can't believe it, dude. That's insane. Vinny MVP indeed, because he just distracted him. I see, dude, literally just like insane situation. I'm not sure what the actual term is for this, but this exact thing happened to me when I played pro play. The fact that
very, very strong group player that we have not seen as consistently played recently, but you know, with those bands of Magneto, it does enable that a little bit more. Taro Cookie holding this high side positioning out. We go, the Meteor M gets popped. As Vinny takes out Headlot in the sky. Svald gonna res Headlot immediately. Sometimes that's all you need is one. Svald finds Harvey. Terra gonna find one. Delena onto Headlock, back and forth with Delena with 2 on the Star-Lord. TTK on the height here with Emma, and this is gonna be a good pick for TTK, who is very comfortable on the Emma.
Yeah, and that's the tough part, unfortunately, when you don't play the Mantis alongside OUG's composition because of the fact that it's banned. He's this early Meteor M. We'll see what they want to do right now as 100 Thieves. They can combine maybe Terra and Delena on this in this upcoming fight as OUG. Oh, no, Millennia. Nice freeze.
Yeah, and that's a great right click. The freeze for the KO on Taro. Vinny gonna find Milan. That's a lot of free space. They're gonna walk this puppy down now as Vinny gonna clean up Headlot, and that could be enough for point 2. 100 Thieves looking very good on this map.
Yeah, didn't even need anything right there. I mean, good pick off there. TTK does commit the Sonic Seduction, but with those ultimates, they're moving to the third phase of this map, and that's scary for OUG considering on the previous map.
Through this invisible boundary, Taro Cookie onto Delena and Harvey, and that's going to call it here. I don't think Taro can clutch this up. No, gets burned out of ultimate. TTK trying to hold on, but it won't be for too long as they are heavily down in numbers. Will the teleport get in here in time from Vinny? The walk goes out. It is a... Oh, they do manage to get it with a millimeter on the OT, but it will not be enough. Milan right back, return to sender. Headlock onto Harvey, and and they are going to hold before point 3. Just waiting out this dance floor now, trying to put some damage out. Can they return this? I don't believe so. OT does extend that timer. Vinny trying to get back to Lena, but it will not be for long as Taro and Svald clean up the rest.
Is this the exact same situation that we saw on the previous map? I believe it was 109 meters last time. Now we're at 106, man. So, Jesus Christ. I mean, Milan there in that fight, did a little bit of damage early, getting them down.
Not get too much. We are going to commit even more as Millennia now is going to use that Q. And oh my goodness. I thought the shield had blocked it, but unfortunately Vinny, I think, made his way past that shield, using it as almost a backboard to guarantee a KO. Tara going to hold and wait as long as possible. Is able to land. Actually not able to land, but does get that reset in HP, reset with the team, and a ton of damage out goes TTK, who tries to touch, but it's not going to matter as they push through this point and find one. Team playing incredibly smart, great positioning. Harvey going to find Ganbei though, as they are forced into that corner, and they do follow up, and that's going to be a 4-piece. And this is a very defensible position now. This could go back to 100 Thieves. They will go up 2 maps if they can hold on and push in before the portal comes through. They can try to get a touch here, but it is going to be a dangerous game, and we will not see.
Yeah, they have time. They got 20 seconds left on the clock. I mean, the biggest thing there, Shib, I feel like for 100 Thieves is that the fact they got value out of Delena and his ultimate, the Galactic Legend, usually it just gets countered by something. So the fact that Star-Lord ultimate got so much value is so bad for OUG. However, now they come through with an early Fate of the World. We'll see if they can win it. It's matched by Millennia, and Delena trades out Spald. That's an upcoming support ult removed.
Yeah, and that's the problem with taking that space. Tara with a 2-piece. We see Delena on a Taro Cookie. Tara on a headlock, and that is a great sweep here as 100 Thieves take the 3rd map and push this to a 2-1 game.
My goodness, 100 Thieves going up 2-1 against the top team from China in OUG. And like we said, guys, we didn't expect 100 Thieves, I think, to kind of come out. Nobody predicted them, I think, for the entire tournament. And, that's kind of where 100 Thieves does best, right, Shib? It just seems like consistently
forward, ton of damage out, does have that dance, but trying to hold on to it, doesn't need to. Instead, gonna pop in, and one goes down.
Millennia
again!
Millennia again!
3! Millennia build a little bit different. Delena gonna find one, and Tara cleans that up, and that is gonna be map 1. Wow, 100 Thieves looked clinical.
Dude, we talked about big shoes to fill. This man came in like a giant, stepped on SJP's shoes. I mean, what an insane performance from Millennia in that first round, because finding those picks is not an easy.
100 Thieves wants this win to prove that they still got what it takes and prove us wrong on our predictions. They know they can do it as they are taking on a team that is storied. OUG is on their heels. 100 Thieves want this win as we begin another fight, which could be the final fight of this series. Out goes the tackle. Delena does have last stand. Out we go with the Psionic. Doesn't get too much value. Punisher is out, and down goes Tara. That is a good ult there by Taro Cookie, who now finds the space, looking at TTK. Last stand is up. Does it find purchase? It does at least burn the cooldown of the passive for Molan, who is healed back up and should soon have last stand as Vinny finds headlock though, and that's going to drive them backwards.
No more ults.
Millennia with the ultimate, out goes Fate of both worlds. Molan does have last stand. If you can pull it away from the Fate that could hold on for the team, you got to get on the point, as they do with a millisecond on. Oh
but
my
Harvey was
goodness.
waiting.
Harvey finds Molan. Well done by Harvey with the patience to ensure it does end the game as 100 Thieves take out OUG and send them to the lower side bracket.
If you told me Millennia was a sub or a coach, whatever you may say, that was an MVP for me that last map, right?
Yeah.
Finding those picks. Then in that last map we talked to, I know when we listened to 100 Thieves in their scripts, and I was watching them.